All right, who's ready for a quick look at a brand new game show? This is the top 8. Come on down. Let's play a new game. I got 2 teams. Hey, 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 how you doing? My name is Brad. I'm here to walk you through how to set up, host, customize, and play the top 8. Are you ready? Well, let's just jump right on into it. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the logo button, and that's gonna kill the music for me for right now. And I'm gonna walk you through. So what you're seeing right now right above me is the game screen, and over there way over there, that's the UI. That's what I'm controlling from this laptop right here. The way these games work, you download them, Mac or PC, you download them to your laptop, and then you'll play them. I'm playing it out HDMI. You'll take your HDMI from your laptop into another screen. Now you want to make sure you go to your system settings, and if you have a screen projector, whatever you have connected, make sure you turn off, on a Mac, turn off mirroring, and on a PC, turn on extended display. And what that'll do is that makes it 2 separate desktops. So you have your control screen, your game screen, just like you did in a PowerPoint presentation or a keynote presentation. So when I've got that done, if I hit the off button here, you'll see that's my desktop. When I click on, then it will throw it up there magically. And now I've also got a screen controller here where if you have multiple screens connected, you can actually go to customize, and you can even throw it up to screen 1, 2, 3 or whatever, or you can customize it and do an exact dimension if you have an odd shaped screen for big fun. I know how you fancy people are with your big corporate shows and stuff. We see you out there. All right, so this is the game. So let me walk you through. First of all, I'm just gonna walk you through what the game looks like, just in case you're wondering. So this, just to give you a little backstory, a couple of years ago, we made a game called The Feud. It was a big hit. People loved it. So a couple months ago, we said, hey, let's update it, make a fresh, modern version of it with some updates. So we made The Feud Studio, and we pushed it up to the web, and we had a great response. People loved it. But we got an email from some lawyers from a TV game show that said wasn't a good idea. So they asked to take it down. So we did, because we want to be good people. And so we took it down, and we made the top 8, which is completely different, has nothing to do with another game show, or at least we hope. It doesn't look anything like it. So here we go. So welcome to the top 8. So this is what the game would look like. So you'd say, all right, and just say you hit logo. When you're ready to play the game, hit the logo button. They'll start playing some music. All right, we got 2 teams. I need 1 person from each team to face off here at the podium. Come on down. And when you're ready to play, let's go to round 1. A little music highlight there. We made a little accent there to make the transition, just because we love you guys. All right, so we got round 1. So the question is, name something associated with vampires, okay? Now, if you are looking at this screen here, you can see it. It's popping up right there. So you can see that's on, it's right there for the game host, or the game controller can see it. But the people in the audience can't see it, and the host can't see it. But right here, if you look right up here, we have a show question button. If you click that, it'll put the question up on the game screen so the host can read it. So the host can just read it right off of there. Makes it way easier to host. So then he can just read it right off there, name something associated with it. Now down here in the bottom right, you'll see there's a little keyboard buzzer. I'm going to turn that on, and that will allow keyboard buzzers to buzz in. So if you have a buzzer like the affordable buzzers right here, they can buzz in from this, and I don't have it connected, or I would, but we'll talk all about buzzers later, because you can also do it wirelessly through ccg.buzz. So you can do it from an iPad, or from the buzzers, or from the keyboard, or from this little buzzer right here. So if they buzz into the left side, you can see it highlights in the game screen. So it shows up right in the game board. So you don't need a separate app for it. The game knows when they've buzzed in, and it's right there. So now the game is running a little slow because I'm doing a screen record, and that always slows it down. So sorry, the animations are actually really zippy, really fun, and I'll be waiting for them some on the recording, but I'm on an old laptop. Sorry about that. So once they buzzed in, and if you do it, I'm just going to do it. So I buzzed in from the UI. I just click that buzzer to buzz in. You can do that. But if you have keyboard buzzer buzzed in, and I click the number 1 on the keypad, that's how the affordable buzzers work, or other external physical buzzers work. It's usually a keyboard shortcut that they're sending. Now, when that happens, you can see down here at the bottom it says team left. So if I'm talking to you and I get distracted, it's actually right down here. You can see down here at the bottom, you can see where it says team left. So you can actually see who's buzzed in if you forgot. So team, what do you guys think? We can say, what do you think, something associated with the vampire? Well, what about vampire bats? Well, all right, is bats one of the top 8? Hey, there it is. Number, you're on the board, you got 1 point. All right, congratulations. Then we'd let the other side have a turn. If they say chocolate chip cookies, and obviously that's not one. When they're facing off, there's a face-off strike. So I can just click that button there, And when they do, they get the X. Now, that X is going to stay there. So if you go back and forth, sometimes you're going to play the game, and they're going to keep getting it wrong. You can keep clicking that X. But now we know the left team has won. So the computer doesn't know, or the game doesn't know who's won, because the left team can say, we'll play, or they can let the other team play if they say it's going to be a tricky one. So they say, we want to play. So down here, there's a thing, left team is playing, a button that says left is playing. So if I click that, it's going to do two things. One, you're going to see up at the top, the left team name is lit up, and the other one's kind of grayed out a little bit. So that way you can see who's playing. And then down here, you can see their buzzer, their strikes or their X's if they get something wrong. That way you can keep track of who's doing that. So you ask the next question. You go to mom. Sorry, there's no families here. You go to player number 2 on the left team, and she says capes, and say, all right, is there a cape on the board? Is cape a top 8? Yes, it is. Congratulations. Okay, you got it. You keep on, and then you just go down the list. You keep asking them questions. If they get it right, you can show it. If they get it wrong, they'll get an X. And what you'll see is, as the game operator, you can see if they get an X, it'll stay lit up. And then that way, as they get buzzes, or as they get X's, or if they get it wrong, you can see how many they got wrong. And then when they get to their third wrong one, when the third wrong one's done, and like I said, the X's don't last that long. They're up there and back, but the animations run a little slow because the old screen record here. Okay, but once they get the third wrong one up there, then all of a sudden it's the other team has a chance to try and get a top 8. So if they get one of the top 8, I'm trying to get that name in there quite a bit. So if they can win the round, all they need to do is get one right answer. If they get one, then they say, what about a coffin? Oh, congratulations, you got it right. So now we know the right team wins. So I can, there's a button right here that says right wins round. So if I click that, the points will go over there, fun animation plays, and now you got a chance. Don't forget, you want to show the audience the ones that they forgot to mention. So you can say, all right, show me number 8. All right, show me number 5. Show me number 4, and then show me number 1. All right, thanks. So that's the basic of how this game works. You guys have seen this before, and then when you're done, you can just go to round 2, or you can go back to logo. I like to go back to logo, and that way, all right, let's get our next team up here. We're gonna go back to the face-off thing, to the face-off buzzer, and you can just keep on playing the game like normal. Again, hit logo, and that will kill the thing. Now, once you've played all your rounds, you can play 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds, play, if you want to, and then you can go into the speed round. Now, the speed round is a little different, and so I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like. So once you get into the speed round, you can see that there's going to be 5 answers and then 5 results. But in the past, we had where you had to type in, and if you were coming to the first one of the feud, when you'd ask a question, we just have you type in the answer. Now you've got the answers are all built into the question, and so this is going to make a whole lot more sense if I show you the question set. So let's jump back into there. I'm going to go back to the logo mode just to kind of get us into a clean state. And then I'm going to hit the edit. So now I'm going to walk you through how to set this game up. And then we're going to come back. And the speed round will make way more sense once you set the game up properly. So if you go into edit mode, you will see that there is it's brand new UI. Brian killed it on this part of it. So right now there's 2 ways to play the game. You can see there's 2 modes. There's rounds mode, just like you see here, round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. And you can see if I jump in here to this game, you can see round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4 is the same as this round 2, round 2. So that's the question. And then if I click on list mode here, if I click on list, then all of a sudden the UI changes, and now it's just a list of all the questions that are in our question set. So now where are these coming from? So if I come, oh yeah, okay, we can go back there. No, there, okay, yep. We got a lot of buttons here I'm pushing. So all of the questions in this list are inside. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it zoomed in here. There we go. So all of these questions here are in this question list here. You can see this. The game comes with a default of 61, but you can keep adding. Now, if you go into edit these, you can see this says my questions. I can edit them, but I'm going to go ahead and hit load default questions, because when load default's in, someone right now, and I'm just going to look at me in the face. Someone right now is watching this video because they're trying to edit it and it's not working. Okay, what's happened is if you've got default questions loaded, you can't edit the default questions because they're the default questions. So all you got to do is just do save as. When you click save as, it's going to save it as my questions, and it'll save you to my documents. So what that does is it's going to end your documents folder. It's going to create a folder called Crowd Control Games, and inside Crowd Control Games, you'll see a folder called Top 8, the Top 8. Inside that, you will see a question list and then a game list. So the games are the 4 rounds for the game and the 5. So it's 4 questions for each of the rounds and then 5 questions for the speed round. And then in the question list is just a whole bunch of questions. So the reason we did it this way is, let's say you want to do a whole thing on just Star Wars trivia or Star Wars questions, or you want to do something, you're a teacher and you want to have something on history, something on science, or you want to do something on music, or just whatever you want to do. You can have different sets of questions. And then if you want to play those, you can just select them all right here. And you can have, 10 questions, 5 questions, or 50 questions. You'll save those, and then you can just, if you want to load a new one, just hit open file, and then you can import those right in. Then if you want to, if you've got some friends that also have the top 8, you can then email them that file from your documents folder. You can just email that file. They can import it by just hitting open file. They can just import it right in, and then they can be playing that game. So now when I click on a question here, you'll see that when I click on a question, all the answers are here on the right, and then all the scores. So if I want to add a new one, I can just add new question. It'll add to the bottom, and I can say, here's my question. Here is my question. And then you would start typing your answers here, and then your points here, answers, points, and then when it's all done, you just save that. I'm going to delete that for now because it's a demo, and I don't want it there later. So, but I'm in my question, so it works. Now, once I've got, so you can see all these questions. If I see one that's got a typo in it, I can just click on it, come up here, and add punctuation, make it a quick edit, change the score. If I make this one worth 27 points, and if I hit update question, you can see now it says this one's got 101 points in it. Well, now if I want to make it work, I can make this last one worth 4. And now when I hit update, now my scores are back at 100. So it's real easy to edit and save. To edit and change questions. Now, that's your question set. It can be really long. And then if you want to take one of these new questions, so let's say top 8 excuses for being late. If I want to take that question and make it the #1 question in my game that I'm playing, then I can just click that button, knock it in there. And then the 8 longest rivers in the world, I just click on that number and add it right there. And you can see I'm adding in. And so I'm just creating, I'm going to zoom in here for you. So I'm just clicking a question here, top 8 things to go bad on a first date, and I can just add it to my round 4. Now, once you've got them all loaded into here, that's the questions, and then the speed round is the same questions and then the same answers. So what that means is you're going to have a question, then 8 possible answers as well, which we'll get back to in just a second. Now, we've made this where you can then share this file. So this saves as a game file. So this is a list file. This is a game file. If I share that with somebody, then let's say someone sends me, they played a game last week. They said, oh, this was so much fun. I worked really hard. I made this great game. You should play it tomorrow night for your game. So they email you the little CSV file. You get it, you import it in by hitting open file from your desktop, or you can put it into your documents folder. Once you import it in, and now maybe there's a question here that, oh, that's such a great question, I want to save that for later. I can click on that question, and then right here, I can add it to my archive, which is the existing list question that you have. So you can then add those questions. So you can not only share them back and forth, once you've shared them, then you can share them within you from question to list file, okay? That's a lot, but this is super, super flexible. I really wanted to explain that well because this does a ton. It's really, really cool what you can do. You can share a lot, you can edit a lot, you can make a lot of games. And this is for people who are hardcore, want to play a lot of games. And now, if you want to just, and I'm going to go back to rounds mode. So then you can see all your 4 rounds here, and then down here is your speed round. So now let's go back to the speed round. Now that you understand that better, let's go back to, I'm going to hit play, and then go back to the speed round. And when you're playing the speed round, well, let me go back here so I can talk to you. So when you're playing the speed round, what's going to happen is you're going to start the clock, and then you ask the first question or you start the clock after the first question's asked. But you're gonna ask the question, and again, if I'm gonna click right here, I'm gonna hit show clock, and you'll see, and then the UI for this is right across the top here. Brian did a great job on this UI of really making it just kind of flow across. So if you're ever not sure what to do, it's usually, what you're gonna do is usually highlighted or in red. So just so you know, if you're ever lost playing this game. So when you ask a question, you can say, if you say something wrong or make a mistake, you'll hear that little error sound. So I'm gonna ask the first question. So I click that there. It's gonna show up on the screen for the host. If you lived on Sesame Street, which character would get on your nerves? Then I would start the clock. 20-second countdown. They're gonna say probably Elmo. So I'm gonna click on that. Go to the next question. Name an animal terrifying bite. Let's say a shark. Ask the next question. Something go wrong on a first date. Say they have bad breath. Ask the question. Name a food. Oh, we ran out of time. But the clock. Just so you know, the clock. You can definitely use that in your production. But if you're like, hey, they just need a little more time, and maybe there's kids playing, or you just want to keep on letting them play, just keep on playing. The clock really doesn't affect it that much. You can always start the clock. If you get it done early, then whenever you're done, you click that and you go, oh, okay, time's up, good job. Or if the clock's going, and you've asked the last question and they've answered it, then they answer a question, then you can hit stop clock, and that will stop the clock and the music, and you're ready to go. Now, we've loaded across the bottom here, and I'm going to zoom in here so you can kind of see everything. You can see I've already got the first 3 down. I've asked that question. If you're not sure what they've done, if you can't remember what they've done, ask somebody. But if they've answered something that's not in here, you can then just type in whatever you want. So I'm just going to type in Brad, as maybe their answer was, I'm not sure what their question was, and that was worth 22 points. So I can just type that in right there. And then for this last one, I'm going to say they said things associated around the pool is for puddles. So now what's great is when I type that in, I can see the score here it's updated in real time. So it's kind of keeping track of everything. So if I say this is only worth 12 points, you can see now I've only got 105. So that's a good place for them to be because they're trying to get to 200. Now, when it's all done, I've stopped the clock. Now you can see I'm not sure what to do next. Just look down. It's in red. It's right there. It tells you what to do. So I'm going to click the red button, and it's going to reveal the question there. We asked you, if you lived on Sesame Street, which character would drive you crazy? And then I'm going to say, you said Elmo. You get the points for 22 points. Those were 22 points. Good job. Then we're going to ask that, and you see it's the red button. Just keep putting the red button across there. We asked you name an animal with a terrifying bite. You said shark. Points for that one, 18. All right, good job. We asked you name something that could go wrong on the first date. You said bad breath. Points for that one, 32. All right, good job. You're at 40 points. And you just keep revealing. We asked you name a food that doesn't need to be refrigerated. You said Brad instead of bread. Actually, that could kind of work. You said Brad. Points for that, 12. All right, congratulations. And the last one, name something that you might find around a pool. You ask the question, and then you hit reveal, and then show. So once you're all done, so now you've got 105 points. Congratulations. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hide player 1, and then we're gonna hide those scores. We're gonna bring out the next player and see if they can get us to 200. So when they're done, you have them face the crowd, and then so they're looking away from the screen. And you're gonna say, we're gonna show the answers to the audience. Now we're gonna give you 25 seconds this time. But if you hear something, if you repeat an answer, we're gonna make this sound, which means there's been an error. So I don't know if you can hear that over this mic, but that's the little error button. So now when we're gonna ask the first question, name someone who live on Sesame Street. I'm just a little faster for the sake of the demo. And then if they do say something, if they say Elmo, and you can see whatever the last person did is already highlighted. So that if they say that, then you can hit the X right there. And if they say, no, sorry, try again, Big Bird, and then you can move on to the next one. And technically you should be moving on before, but I'll let you guys figure that out when you're playing it. So you're gonna keep on playing. We're gonna show the clock, start the clock, and now the clock's going, and we're answering all the questions. We're asking questions, we're saying things, we're asking questions. They made something and it's here, and then we're gonna ask a question, and they're gonna get it, and now we're all done, and so we're gonna say stop the clock. So all of a sudden they did it way faster. Congratulations, great job. Now we know that they're gonna have 220 points, so that's good. But if you want to go back and edit something, you can at any point by just typing it in right here and hitting update. So then once we're all done, if you're ready, and if you're not sure what to do, just remember it's in red right here. So you can just go, we're gonna go reveal question. We're gonna do show points, reveal question, show. I'm gonna zoom in here so you can kind of see it real good. And show answer. Wait, buzz. I don't know what just happened. I hit the wrong button. Reveal answer. So with that, show the answer, reveal the answer. Then you can ask him, show, then reveal a question, name something you might find around the pool. You said towels, survey said 15. That means you have 222 points. That means you are today's winner. Congratulations. So you hit the winner button, and it's going to play the winner animation. And again, it's playing a little slow because of the computer. Sorry about that. But it plays great. You're going to love it. It plays great. If you are having performance issues with the game, try lowering the resolution. Like this is playing at 1080. Now, if so try dropping the screen resolution down to like 1280 by 720, it'll play better. Now, once that's done, if you want to go back and see the results, you can hit the speed round. And so then you can go back and see what the answers were. And for some reason, I forgot to type in a question here. So I'm just going to type in lion and hit update. So I messed up. But, you know, if you ever mess up, you can just hit update and it fixes it. So that's great, right? Okay. So that's how you play that's how you play the top 8. So real quick, now that we've got that all done, we've talked through the team names are here on the top left and right. And so I'm just going to go back to here so you can kind of see round 1. If I want to change that to the Smiths versus the Jones, I just type in Smiths and hit update. So you can see it's real easy to hit update there. If a score's changed, if they actually got 200 points here, I'm going to give them 200 points. Then I hit update. I totally messed that up. If I give them, if you ever mess up, if it goes off the screen like that, 200, and then hit update. So it's easy to edit scores, easy to edit names. Now you can even edit the logo. So that's what I'm going to show you next. If I go here to logo mode, turn off the music. Now right here, there's in the settings, there's 2 ways to customize the logo. You can either do it by typing it in or by using a graphic. So if I click on right here and I do, this is the Smiths, but you can call that like whatever you want. Just type in whatever you want. No, sorry, not gonna do that. Farm. It's the farm. If you say I live on a farm, so it's gonna be the farm. No, we're just gonna call it. We're gonna call it the farm. I was gonna call it the farm, something that sounded like Family Feud, but wasn't Family Feud. But I'm not clever enough to think of something right now, so I'm just gonna stay clear and just say you can call it the farm if you want to. But type in whatever you want right there, and there's your logo. So you can turn that on and off, and if you turn it off, it goes back to the default top 8. Turn it on, and there's the farm. So you can preset that before you go. You just type in something and hit update logo. Now, if you want to, you can also load a graphic in. So if I turn that on, I preloaded, or say you did a corporate thing, or say you just want to make a graphic with Photoshop or something like that. You just hit browse, load in a PNG, and the graphic, the size for it is right there. It's image size is 790 by 410. It can be a PNG, and that will give you the alpha, so to actually you can do stuff around it. So makes it nice and pretty. So the last thing you can do is you can turn on the alpha background. So when you're customizing this, if you want to really go fancy, if I turn that off, you can see the desktop kind of back behind the screen here. So if I change my desktop to something that's more branded, stylized, I can have a custom background to the game. So then if you're doing a corporate event or for something like for someone's party that you really want to hone in, you can make it look really, really nice like that. So I'm going to go ahead, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the custom logo. I'm going to turn the alpha background back on. And I'm going to go through the last bit of stuff down here at the bottom. We're almost done, about 2 more minutes, and we're going to be out of here. Okay, so down at the bottom, you're going to see there's a couple more settings across the bottom. So I'm going to zoom in here real close so you can see them. So we've got, I'm going to start here. You're going to reset the game. You got the winner, we've already seen that. When you're playing, the keyboard buzzers were right here, and we got the audio sliders left and right here. So this is, we separate the music and the sound effects. So that way, if you want to have your own custom music, you can just turn the music all the way down. And if you turn the music all the way, down, that way you can play your own music, but the sound effects will still keep on playing. So that's why we've split them like that. But then the last thing here is a ccg.buzz. So when we did the buzzers earlier, I was showing you that you could use the physical buzzers like these guys. So you can use these to buzz in, but sometimes these are about $50 from Affordable Buzzers. They're our favorite, so affordablebuzzers.com. So you can get these, and they come with a little wireless transmitter, and so they're wireless, they're great. You just plug them into your laptop, they work great. But sometimes, sometimes we work with like youth groups or for churches or for just people who plan at home, and they don't have any buzzers. So they're like, well, what can we do? Well, you can actually use your iPad. And so how that works is if you go to the ccg.buzz down here at the bottom, if you click get code, then what that's going to do, it's going to connect to ccg.buzz, and it's going to generate a code for you. And you can see it's 3WJ1. So if I do that, so I've got this little laptop right here, our little iPad here. So I'm going to go to ccg.buzz. I'm going to type in 3WJ1. 3WJ1 into the code. You can kind of see you just go to this website, type that in, and when I join that, then all of a sudden you're going to see I've got the buzzer here. Now, right now you don't see an option here because we're in the logo mode, but if I go to round 1 now, then all of a sudden that lights up down there, and all of a sudden this lights up. So you can see if I touch this, let me get right here. It buzzes in on the main screen, and so again, the animations run a little slow because because I'm recording. But I'm telling you, it's magic. It's so cool when this works. So I want to do that again. I'm just going to go and turn that back on, and so when I turn that on, you can see it lights up here. If I just click one of those, it goes up to the screen. It's freaking awesome. A little hack here on this, if you're on your iPad. If you up in the menu bar here, like where you type in the URLs, there's a little AA. If you click on the AA, you can hide your menu bar, and when you hide your menu bar, you can make it kind of go full screen a little bit. So that's just a little quick tip on how to get it to look full screen. But man, how cool is that you have a whole buzzing system? And so the way it works is this way: the lockout system works on the iPad, and then it just sends whoever the winner is. So that's why it's great to have it on one device. So it works just like a true lockout system. So it's a true lockout system on an iPad, or you can do it on your phone as well, or if you want to do that, or you can use the buzzers, or just if you have like a bell or something and someone dings it, then you got the little buzz in, buzz left, right. So that's how you can use your buzzers. So it's an awesome system that's now built in. So this one laptop has the buzz-in system, lockout system, all the editing scores, all the text, the music, all the questions and answers. You can import, export. It's got all the music built in, or you can turn the music down and use your own. You can't import your own music, but you can just play your own separately. And then you can customize the background by typing your own logo or change it all out. So that's the top 8. We've put a ton into this to try to make it a fantastic game for you. So we hope that you love it as much as we do, and we will see you next time. So enjoy the top 8, and we'll see you at the next one. All right, thanks a bunch. See ya. All right, no, wrong button. Wait, no, I'm gonna hit that button. I'm gonna turn the music back up so I can get a good exit here. So there's the music's up, and then I go back to logo there. That's it. Now I'm gonna cut out. Okay, now I go.